So, yeah, I'm vaccinated anyway. So for me, it's
Great.
I had already my two jabs, my two shots, so I'm okay. I hope I'm okay. But
for me, I got the two vaccines from Pfizer. I got also an invitation because I have a residency in Antwerp. I got also
okay.
an invitation for the vaccine in Antwerp.
Okay.
But it was AstraZeneca. It's different.
Sorry. We are going to go on stage. So
okay.
I'm.
Two vaccines from
Sorry.
There is a delay in the voice.
I hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So we are going on stage, and I'm letting in the participants. Are you ready?
Yep.
Perfect.
There is an echo. We should turn off our microphone.
Yalla. Okay.
Should we unmute ourselves? Or mute ourselves?
Two minutes, please, to welcome participant to come on the stage. And I spoke to Mr. Kabariti. He will join because he has some problem with his connection. I think he will join. I phoned him now, just now. He's joining now.
اوكي ما في مشكله. اوكي نحكي مع حجازين. ميوت مستر حجازين. ما بعرف انا اذا
Jean-Cochon micro. 10 o'clock Swiss timing. Your Excellencies, first of all, good morning, Sabah al-Khair, bonjour, goedemorgen. It's as you know, in Brussels we have to speak 3-4 languages. His Excellency Mr. Minister, as he's coming from Brussels, you know very well. To understand each other, we can speak 1, 2, or 3 languages, whereas it's usual in Brussels to speak 4 languages. It's not strange. Thank you. First of all, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kabariti is joining. Since more than a year, can I wait 1 minute, or Mr. Kabariti? I can wait 1 minute, please, because Mr. Kabariti is joining. Yeah, Mr. Kabariti is there. Yeah. صباح الخير. صباح الخير نائل بك. Yeah. Yeah. صباح الخير نائل بك. You open the micro, please. It's okay. It's connecting. Okay. Yeah. Made a photo. I will start once more. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear members, since more than a year, the whole world has been going through hard times. Fortunately, at this point, restrictive measures are being removed gradually, and it's reasonable to expect that will bring significant economic relief. The coronavirus crisis will inevitably reshape the trade landscape in favor of new partners, and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan could definitely be one of them. While the old city of Petra has long been most people's first impression of Jordan, we have to confess that Jordan offers so much more than only Petra. Indeed, since the dawn of civilization, Jordan geography has given it an important role as a major crossroad at the silk and spice trade routes. And today, as it has grown into modern nation, enjoying remarkable measures of peace, stability, and economic growth, Jordan continues to serve as a strategic nexus connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. It has indeed. This year, in April 2021, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan celebrates its century. Major milestone, Your Excellency. On behalf of the Arab-Belgian Chamber of Commerce, I am thus honored to extend our sincere congratulations on this occasion, not only for you, only for all our Jordanian friends and all Jordanian population. May this Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan celebrate many more. Jordan is maybe not the destination that first comes to mind, but wise businessmen and women must be aware of all tools available to them if they are seeks to maximize their chance. Hence the purpose of our meeting today. And we are pleased to welcome you in such great number, thereby demonstrating the high potential of Jordanian-Belgian cooperation. Allow me to thank, I'm not able to thank everybody because we have more than 95 people participation at this event, but allow me to thank His Excellency Belgian Ambassador in Jordan and Arab embassies here in Belgium. They are joining our seminar this morning. Arab Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Joint Chambers of Commerce, Belgian Chambers of Commerce and Luxembourg, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and without forgetting our members and our sponsors. On this session, we are particularly honored and delighted to welcome as guest speakers of honors Her Excellency Madame Saja Majali, Ambassador of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan to Belgium, Luxembourg, EU, and NATO. His Excellency Mr. Pascal Smith, State Secretary, Minister in charge of European and International Relations and Foreign Trade for the government of Brussels region. His Excellency Mr. Nail Kabariti, Chairman of Jordan Chamber of Commerce. That means the Federation of Jordanian Chambers of Commerce. Your Excellency, we deeply appreciate the importance you accord to the Chamber and its member by your presence here today. Your dedication deserves our grateful thanks. We will benefit from the expertise of His Excellency Mr. Faridun Hartouka, Chairman of Jordan Investment Commission, and His Excellency Mr. Peter Marji, Director of Investment at Aqaba Special Economic Zone Authority, who will give us the strategic overview on the world of opportunities that Jordan offers. Allow me to warmly thank you for the precious information and know-how about Jordan business environment and various advantages offered, which will allow business people to participate opportunities and adapt their strategy accordingly. Last but not least, we will be pleased also to welcome Mr. Danny Marji, General Manager of Izzat Marji Group, who is also member of the Jordan-Belgian Business and Friendship Association, and also His Excellency Mr. Thierry Cardinal, Business Development Manager of Tractable Engineering, one of the first-class Belgian companies in engineering and contracting. I would like to express my sincere thanks to both of you for your contribution and valued time to share your experience and your success stories between Belgium and Jordan. And now, allow me, I am pleased and honored to give the floor to our first guest of honor speaker, Madam Saja Majali, Ambassador of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. I will not go through your CV, Your Excellency, because otherwise we have not enough time. But I just mentioned before you was there, you was the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and you arrived in Brussels a couple of months ago only. Your Excellency, you are most welcome, and the floor is yours. Micro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General, and thank you also for your warm congratulations for Jordan and your warm welcome to me here. Indeed, I've been here for a couple of months several months already, and looking forward to a very fruitful and productive working mission. Before I begin, allow me to join you in expressing my great welcome and pleasure and appreciation for the participation of His Excellency Mr. Pascal Smet, State Secretary of the Brussels Capital Region, responsible for urbanism and heritage, European and international relations, foreign trade, and firefighting and emergency medical assistance. Also, I see distinguished participants from different Jordanian and Belgian institutions, including from the private sector, His Excellency Mr. Nael Kabariti, Chairman of the Jordan Chamber of Commerce, His Excellency Faridon Hartouqa, Acting Chairman of the Jordan Investment Forum, His Excellency Mr. Sharhabi Al-Madi, and the private sector, of course, from Jordan, and from Belgium, Mr. Danny Marji and Mr. Thierry Cardinal. A big thank you also goes to our colleagues from the Belgian Embassy in Amman, whom I was told earlier by you have registered for this event. Ambassador Philippe van den Bulke, as well as his team, who is also working from his side on trying to open more doors for more cooperation and partnership between both our countries and at different levels. And if you are with us, Ambassador, hello from the Embassy of Jordan to you from here in Brussels. I am equally pleased to see a high-level participation, and I thank all those that have joined in with us today. I'm equally pleased to see that a lot of chambers of commerce and colleagues from Arab embassies and other European embassies have also joined. Mr. Secretary General, I'm extremely delighted to be partnering with you in this event, and would like to thank you personally, and through you also the Arab-Belgian-Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce, for all the effort that was put into organizing this high-level virtual webinar, which we hope will be a first of many other activities and engagements in the near future. This event comes at a very important time. We have just marked our 75th independence a few days ago, and we are celebrating our centennial this year. 100 years of achievement and consolidation of a Jordanian model of determination, resilience, dedication, and progress, despite ongoing challenges, to use His Majesty King Abdullah's words. The event is also timely as we begin to open up gradually after the pandemic and ease our restrictive measures that were instituted to protect us all from the deadly virus. Since we have the main agencies and institutions from both sides here, I will limit my intervention to a few points that I will hope will kickstart a more detailed conversation. As I think the following points come to my mind. First, our strong and long-standing bilateral relations with Belgium that are growing by the day. I will start here by underlining the importance we place on our relations with the Kingdom of Belgium. We share excellent relations, and at the highest level, in the most recent visit of His Majesty King Abdullah is testimony to this. We see our relations constantly growing and with great potential to continue to develop and strengthen, including and especially in the areas of economic, commerce, trade, and investment, where there are many opportunities to be pursued. For example, around 2 years ago, in August 2019, together, Jordan and Belgium launched the Jordan-Belgian Business and Friendship Association. The association aims at further enhancing friendship and business opportunities between Belgium and Jordan through various activities, symposiums, and other programs. And we hope that this association will be more active as both our countries and the world begin to go back to normalcy after the pandemic, especially as there is huge potential for doing a lot of cooperation with the private sector and other commercial entities from both sides. For example, by organizing joint promotion activities and by holding exhibitions, conferences, and fairs in both our countries. We encourage the business community in Belgium and Belgian companies to explore the investment opportunities in Jordan, including through public partnership projects and in our development zones. Just before COVID-19 episode, we were happy to see the interest of Belgians grow in Jordan and the numbers of tourists visiting increase. And we hope to see more of them now as we begin to relax and lift the restrictions. So this is an invitation for all to visit Jordan. There is a lot to see. It is a wonderful experience. It has a lot to offer. Whatever your interest is, you will find something to cater for it. If it is history, civilization, culture, and heritage, then you will definitely enjoy Petra, Amman, Jarash, Qais, and Karak, and many other places, as you get more acquainted with the ancient civilizations of the Nabateans, Edomites, Ammonites, and Moabites. If it is faith that brings you to us, then you are in the right place also, a most sacred and holy land. We have 34 pilgrimage sites for Christians and Muslims, and there is room for plenty of spirituality, from the place where Jesus was baptized to where he turned evil men and spirits into swine, and to the sites of many an important battle. And like Belgium, we have our fortresses and castles. If it is nature, then our eco-reserves, Dana and Shomeri, and the Aquamarine Park, home to more than 400 species of fish and more than 127 types of coral formation, and so on. If it's just for leisure, then don't worry. It is very much okay to just want to have fun, and we have the best accommodation to offer, from luxury hotels and spas to bed and breakfast and budget accommodation. I move to my second point. For those who don't know Jordan, it is a small country of about 10 million, around the same number as in Belgium, another similarity. And we are working to ensure our country's economic growth, prosperity, and development. We are a country that maintains friendly relations with all member states. We continuously advocate for peace, regional and world stability, and contribute to the peace efforts. Our policies promote moderation and interfaith dialogue. We believe in the need to ensure compliance to rule of law, accountability, and good governance, and implement them. We believe in multilateralism and the need to work together, and perhaps the most recent pandemic has shown how important these things are, and we believe that there is need for greater regional and international cooperation. We are, as has been described by many, a thriving economy with a lot of opportunities to offer, a strategic location at the heart of the Levant and the Mediterranean. And we position ourselves as key operations hub and gateway to the Middle East and nearby markets. This, along with many other reasons, bring me to my third point, which is why invest in Jordan. Again, there are many reasons for this. I will just touch on some of them because I know that Mr. Hartuqa has a whole presentation on this. It is investor friendly and with simplified processes needed for businesses, framework, and so on. Investment incentives and tax exemptions and incentive packages for startups and free development loans are there. There is a strong banking and financial institutions, education excellence, labor market. We have highly skilled capital of young, talented, and qualified and skilled bilingual and dynamic people. Our market access, as mentioned earlier, our strong economic ties with 7 FTAs, and among which are the EU, US, Canada, Singapore, EFTA, GAFTA, and 48 other trade agreements. We have 14 development zones, and of course, security and stability. Jordan stayed resilient despite the surrounding turbulence. It also enjoys great relations with the entire region. And just as there are many reasons to make business and invest in Jordan, there are promising sectors in which to invest in. And this brings me to my 4th point. I will focus my comments on a few sectors. Of course, there is the ICT, agriculture, industry, tourism, healthcare, transportation, logistics, energy, and renewable energy. But as I said, I will focus just on a few. Probably the industry sector, which is one of the most important, as it consists mainly of manufacturing extractive industries such as phosphates and potash, electricity and water. We have a very good garment industry, and we produce a lot of chemical products and fertilizers. These sectors are linked backward and forward with sectors such as transformation and insurance and trade. The industrial sector amounts to 60% of the total investments. The pharmaceutical sector within this sector is very strong in Jordan, and we welcome investment in production of pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical ingredients. And Jordan's existing pharmaceutical subsector comprises around 108 domestic factories, generating about 8,000 employment opportunities, covering all administrative and technical levels. One of the industries that fared well, despite the difficulties of COVID-19, our industry is able to produce the best quality of medicines and vaccines, and there is possibility to see how we can work together in this regard. And Jordan has become a center for good manufacturing practices in the MENA region and expanded its pharmaceutical exports to more than 60 countries. Another sector, and I will stop at that because I know others will have a lot to say, is the tourism sector in Jordan. Is a fast-growing sector and involves many promising places and niches. It continues to be a vitally important pillar of our economy, as it contributes to around 19.5% of Jordan's GDP. Jordan enjoys many touristic destinations, and I invited you to flavor some of them. While we wish all to be well, we also have health tourism. And I would like to note in this regard that medical tourism is very good in Jordan. We have world first-class doctors certified by medical boards of many countries, including the US and the UK. And our medical facilities are among the best in the region. And we have innovative medical labs, hospitals, and a cancer foundation. We are looking for investors interested in building also amusement parks and building adventure courses on naturally present landscapes. I will stop here, as I am sure the participants have a lot of interesting information and ideas to share. And once more, thank you very much for your interest here today and for joining us in this webinar. I hope I was able to give a glimpse through the door. I reiterate the invitation to visit and invest and enjoy and make use of all what Jordan has to offer. Thank you very much, Mr. Hijazi. Thank you very much for all those listening.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for this presentation covering all sectors of Jordan. And thank you again for your support and the support of Arab embassies. I would like to emphasize the support of Arab embassies and the good relation between our Chamber of Commerce and the Arab embassies here in Brussels. Thank you again, and thank you for the invitation to visit Jordan. That's me. Now we will move directly to His Excellency, Mr. Pascal Smith. He is Minister of the Brussels government. He is in charge of the European and international relations and foreign trade. Your Excellency, you start your political career 15 years ago, I think, and for 10 years you was Minister in charge of mobility and public works here in Brussels. And we see the results of this period and your signature while you are transforming many of motorways into beautiful city boulevard. And this is thanks to you. And we hope, as you just mentioned, to welcome you in Jordan in the this year also. Your Excellency, Mr. Smith, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, Madam Ambassador, and ladies and gentlemen. It's a real pleasure for me to be here this morning with you. Unfortunately, it's digital, and I think that we all are kind of fed up of all these digital meetings, and that in the future we can meet in person, because that's, I think, the best way to have exchange, network, and all sitting behind computers is good for a short while, but not for too long. So I'm looking forward in the future to meet you all physical. Mr. Secretary General, let me first congratulate the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for his centenary. That's a nice achievement. But Belgium is doing better. We are now already preparing for 2030, our 200-year existence. Well, it's in the same range, but I would say you have, of course, with a very long-standing history. I'm well aware, but in the actual form, it's a nice thing, and I would like to congratulate you with that. As the ambassador has managed the relations between the Kingdom of Belgium and your kingdom are pretty good, and that's according to us a very good thing, because we consider Jordan as one of the most stable countries in the area, in the Middle East, and we believe and we are really convinced that having trade deals with Jordan is very important and can contribute to this stability. We also consider Jordan as a real gateway to other countries in the area. And we welcome that we have many things in common. Your service-oriented economy, the same here, and we identify the same challenges that you have, like digital transition, the health industry, the energy transition, and also probably the way that cities are being run, and that you in the city of Amman, the wonderful city of Amman, that I didn't have the chance to visit, but I hope to visit in November, with lots of cars, and that a transformation towards a city for people is also something that we have in common. As the ambassador has said, our commercial relations have been impacted by COVID, but we're sure that with the vaccination program going on, that this will change again in the future. As you know, the last economic mission that the Brussels Capital Region has organized towards the Kingdom of Jordan was in 2018 with with 18 companies, which shows a beginning of interest, if I may explain it like that. And we are hoping to prepare in 2022 another Brussels economic mission towards your kingdom that we will start to prepare soon, of course. But notwithstanding that, I hope to visit in November Amman, because there will be a kind of fact-finding mission to Israel and the occupied territories of Palestine in order to see how we can improve our relations. And since it's very close, we could take this opportunity to start even closer collaboration between Amman and Brussels, and of course our both kingdoms. So we strongly believe that economic commercial relations are essential in our relationship, but we also believe that a people-to-people exchange is very important, because business is one thing, understanding each other through culture, through our differences, and seeing our many equal things that we things have in common. It's important that we develop our cultural and tourist relations much more in the future. And in that way, we are very happy that the Belgian embassy have created the Jordan-Belgian Business and Friendship Association, because this could be a mean of getting a closer cooperation and understanding between the citizens of Brussels, the citizens of Amman, and broader the citizens of the Hashemite Kingdom and our kingdom. So we have good ties. You also know that INABEL, the Belgian Federal Development Agency, has created an office in Jordan in 2019 in order to stimulate cooperation between Belgium, to her regions, and your kingdom. So as you can see, there is a real will of all the entities in Belgium, and although we are a small country, we have lots of entities, as you are well aware of, but we function, and that's the most important thing. So, Mr. Secretary General, Madam Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will have a fruitful conference today. Know that from the political side, there is will to encourage, there's will to help, there's will to facilitate, and we are looking forward in order to work the coming months and years closely together in order to get even better trade relations between our both kingdoms and better understanding between our peoples. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Secretary General, unfortunately, I have to be a little bit rude. As you know, I have another meeting at another place in Brussels. So after the next speaker, I will be obliged to leave. Don't see this as not being polite. It's just the agenda issue, and I hope next time to stay during the whole conference. So once again, thank you very much for this opportunity, and hope to see you all soon in real in the coming months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for your warm words on Jordan, and we'll be more than happy to welcome you not only in Petra but also in the beautiful city of Karak, you know, in the south. It's my city in Jordan, and the city of His Excellency, Madam the Ambassador. So that most welcome. And I think relation between Belgium and Jordan, we have not to focus only on trade relation. There is a lot of sectors we can do. We can build on healthcare, education, so on. It's so important also. Thank you, Mr. Minister, for your first participation, and we appreciate. And I now will listen to our next speaker, His Excellency Mr. Nail Kabariti. He is the Chairman of Board of Jordan Chamber of Commerce. That means the Federation of Jordanian Chambers of Commerce. That means he is representing all chambers of commerce. He is representing the private sector in Jordan. At the same time, he is member of our board of directors. Some way he is my boss. If you allow me this words. And he is a friend of our chamber. He is a friend of Belgium since many years. Mr. Kabariti, the floor is yours, please. Ahlan wa sahlan. Micro لو سمحت. Micro. Mr. Kabariti, micro.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? First of all, please accept my apology not reading my speech, because my speech was written in Arabic. So I heard all the speakers spoke in English. So I will speak in English from my heart, and that's the way I like it. First of all, listening to Mr. Qaisar Hijazin and Her Excellency Dr. Sajal Majali, they spoke on behalf of all the Jordanians. They represent Jordan the way nobody can represent Jordan better. To add any more, it will be very difficult. But allow me to say that Corona crisis it hit the whole world badly, economy. And Jordan is part of this world, so we are hit as much as others. Even in certain sector, we hit more, such as tourism. That's why we are looking to find the way to improve our economy. And when you need a help, you always go to your friends. And Jordan and the Kingdom of Belgium historically had a great relationship. And that's why we consider them one of the closest friends to Jordanians. Regardless that the historical relation politically is very strong, but when we look at the economy side, will feel that the relation is very humble comparing to the strong relationship and the historical relationship. That's why we have to find ways and to improve this relationship. When we talk about the trade balance regarding we have signed with the EU trade agreement, but when we look at the figure is very, very, very humble. That's why we should look to improve this relationship when it comes to the trade. Even the trade is part of this relationship. We are looking to our friends from Belgium to assist Jordan with many things, but the most important thing is I feel that's the know-how. Jordan has great human sources, and we can improve our economy very strongly and fast, but sometimes we need the partner where they can submit and help with the know-how. Here where we are looking to our friends. I am listening to His Excellency Mr. Pascal regarding the tourism. As Her Excellency mentioned, Jordan, it's an open museum. Wherever you go, you will find something to see and something to feel historical about this part of the world. So I could not talk anymore about tourism because many people will talk about it. Mr. Fridoni will talk about the tourism and the investment maybe. But I would just say, when Jordanian person who traveled to the Kingdom of Jordan, when he come back, he came with a great experience. And at the same time, when I meet some people who visited Jordan, I feel that they are talking about Jordan more than the Jordanian. The feeling is so strong, not just in Karak, Your Excellency, the whole Jordans, and as you mentioned, you welcome Mr. Pascal to visit the Jordan. We all Jordanian welcome Mr. Pascal to come Jordan, not to Karak, to every single part of Jordan. And Aqaba is part of the triangular, the golden triangular, which we would like everybody visit. Of course, we should add Karak later on, but Jordan, as I said, is every single corner in Jordan. There's something to see. I just want to add one more thing. The Belgium Jordanian relationship, not just focusing in just trade, because everybody, when I meet anybody, even if I meet the ambassador in Jordan, they always talk about we should increase the trade balance. We should increase the trade balance. Of course, we should increase the trade balance, but we should increase the investment. Investment is very important. We should go partner. We should not go just looking at supermarket and item to sell to supermarket. We should go as a team. Here the relationship. Here how we build the relationship. Supermarket business will end sometimes sooner or later, but relationship investment will stay for long and will grow. And here we should be together. Either we invest in Belgium, which is a great country, or we invest in Jordan. This is the relationship. Hopefully in the future will be. I'm sorry, I could not read my speech again. It has a lot of points, but Her Excellency has pointed more than I will say in my speech. And Your Excellency, Mr. Qaisar, you did a great job. And I appreciate the work of the chamber. They are doing a great job. They are putting Jordanian relationship and Belgium in their priorities for in every single meetings, and not just the Jordanian and Belgium relation, but the Arab-Belgium relation, which Jordan part of this relationship. Thank you very much, and great to be part of this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kabariti, for your warm words and your thanks for the job we are doing. We are pleased and honored as the chamber, not serving only Jordan. We are honored to serve all Arab countries and the relation between Belgium and Luxembourg. As a Jordanian, we believe that the relation with Arab countries and all Arab countries at the same time. And I think relation between Belgium and Arab countries we compare with other European countries is very, very important and is going in the good direction, and relation must go in the both sides. Thank you again, Mr. Kabariti.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you.
do,
Policy.
we go to Aqaba, we pass through Karak only, but we are going to Aqaba sure. We are going to Aqaba, but we pass through Karak. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Minister. I know that you have to leave us. Sure, we will please to welcome you the next time. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Kabariti.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
We are
now
looking forward to see you in Jordan.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. And now we will move. Thank you for. And now we will move. We have this movie. We have a movie. It will be presented by the Jordan Investment Commission. If you allow me, it's a 5 minutes, 5-minute movie. I think 5 minutes. Then Mr. Faridun Hattuka will take the floor. Please enjoy.
Are you looking for a land of opportunities? Ancient civilization keeping pace with technology? This is Jordan, one of the best investment destinations.
Jordan is a small country, but it has a lot to offer.
الأردن فيه جميع العوامل اللي بيحتاجها أي استثمار ناجح عشان يقدر يقدم خدماته.
Jordan is a unique experience to live and invest.
It is a very unique environment. It's a very unique part of the Middle East.
الأردن بلد يعني بتمتع ببيئات فريدة وفي بيئات خصبة للاستثمار.
A dynamic environment that attracts investment and a strategic location that gives the investor a competitive advantage.
احنا من خلال الأردن اليوم عمالنا نخدم أكثر من 75 دولة بأوروبا وبالشرق الأوسط وبأفريقيا.
اليوم الصناعة الأردنية تصل إلى حوالي 130 سوق في العالم.
Jordan is also well positioned in the Red Sea to be a gateway for the wider region, especially Iraq and Syria.
A promising generation that works with passion, qualified human cadres, and efficient human resources that keep your business upgraded, updated, and thriving.
Being in Jordan gave us an abundance of highly qualified human capital, whether it be engineers, technicians, welders, assemblers, carpenters. So 99% of our employees in Jordan are Jordanian.
اليوم الأردن احتلت الرقم 47 في الدول المؤهلة من حيث العمالة الماهرة ما بين العالم، وأيضا احتلت الرقم 13 ما بين الدول بالعلماء والمهندسين اللي حسب المؤشر العالمي الموجودة في الأردن.
القوة البشرية اللي لدينا قوة مدربة.
The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. This is what Albert Einstein said, and this is what Jordan is trying to do.
الأردن اليوم عنده بيئة حاضنة للابتكار، ويبلش أول شيء باستثمارات لشركات ناشئة ما يسمى بالستارت ابس زي برامج الاكسلريتور أو الانكيوبيتورز.
Jordan is a particularly good area to invest in if you're looking for young tech startups.
In Jordan, there is no limit to what you can achieve. A lot of appropriate incentives and initiatives were placed by the Jordanian government in order to achieve the sustainable development.
الأردن في تطور مستمر أنا برأيي، وهذا إشي عم بنعكس على التشريعات وعلى القرارات اللي عم بتكون موجودة عندنا في الأردن.
إحنا عندنا مناطق صناعية تنموية على امتداد الأردن.
حقيقة صناعة الأدوية بالأردن كانت محظوظة إنها منذ البداية حصلت على بعض الامتيازات.
في دعم حكومي كبير بالنسبة لمجالنا في الاتصالات وتكنولوجيا المعلومات.
The Central Bank of Jordan has always played a significant role in maintaining a strong financial ecosystem in the last 2 decades.
الأردن بتمتع في استقرار مالي كبير، وهذا الشيء انعكس بشكل إيجابي على استدامة مؤسساتنا منذ عام 1966 حتى اليوم.
القطاع المصرفي جدا ثابت في الأردن، مبني على أساسات سليمة.
The ease of the financial and banking system, and especially the stable currency which Jordan offers, helps tremendously.
It's not about ideas, it's about making ideas happen. That's why Jordan is the ideal destination for successful entrepreneurial work to achieve economic feasibility within a cost efficiency.
إحنا من أعلى الإنتاجيات اللي موجودة بأوروبا والشرق الأوسط وأفريقيا.
We have found that the suppliers and construction companies in Jordan have not only been very competent but also very cost effective.
Opportunities don't just happen. In Jordan, we create them.
Today is the historic milestone of Jerash. because we are the first Jordanian company being listed in USA, and also fulfilling the dream of our Jurash team.
يعني وجود الأردن على قمة الهرم الطبي في العالم العربي لم يكن صدفة.
نحن حقيقة لدينا أكثر من 55 براءة اختراع مسجلة عالمياً.
Growth and strength come only through continuous effort that help the investor to improve, develop, and expand their business.
We really started from zero, from scratch. And now we have invested over 1.2 billion euros in Jordan in this short amount of time.
وإحنا اليوم كتر عددنا بهدول السنين من 10 موظفين ل 1000 موظف اليوم بيخدموا جميع دول العالم.
وخلال الخمس سنوات الماضية الشركة عم تنمو بمعدل حوالي 100% سنة عن سنة من ناحية الحجم والأرباح.
التجربة تاعت مايكروسوفت قديش كانت ناجحة فخلت أكثر من شركة فتحوا بالأردن بعد ما شافوا تجربة مايكروسوفت بالأردن.
Great weather, timeless historical monuments, a truly hospitable atmosphere. Jordan is truly a hidden gem in the Middle East.
يعني الأردن ممتاز بوجود كثير من المناطق السياحية التاريخية الحضارية وحتى المناطق السياحية العلاجية.
The country is very hospitable. It is a very stable country, a very safe country. We enjoy the lifestyle here.
That opening an office in Jordan has been more than just a business decision. Yes, we love the talent, we love the office, we love the work they're doing, but we also love how Jordan has become part of our culture and community.
Jordan is a place where there are lots of opportunities for investments, and we see a lot of growth opportunities for the EBRD in the years to come.
Jordan, meet your opportunity.
Yes, thank you for listening. Now I give the floor directly to His Excellency Mr. Peridun Hartuka, Chairman of Jordan Investment Commission, and he will lecture on the investment climate and the environment in Jordan. Please, Mr. Hartuka, the floor is yours. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, Mr. Qaisar, and allow me to thank Her Excellency Dr. Sajjal Majali, our great ambassador to Belgium, and also thank His Excellency Mr. Pascal Smith, and our big friend, Mr. Nael Kebariti. Also allow me to welcome my friends Peter and Danny Marji and Mr. Thierry Cardinal and all the participants. It's with a great pleasure that GIC is participating today to give you a glimpse about what Jordan can offer as an investment destination and what are the opportunities. I hope that the short movie that we showed will give you a general idea about Jordan. And as Her Excellency, the Ambassador said, and Mr. Nael said, I will not add to that. But I think Jordan is not only an investment destination, it's a place, a country where you can enjoy your time, enjoy your work, enjoy your job, and expand your investments. That in my presentation, and I will try to be short as possible to give more time to other speakers, to show you what Jordan can offer to you. If you can allow me just a second to share my presentation very quick.
Please.
Let me start. Why Jordan? What's the business environment in Jordan? I think if you look at this 5 reasons, it shows you that Jordan can offer a diverse environment to ensure the success of any investment in Jordan. From a growing, robust and stable economy to a very favorable business environment, modern and well-connected infrastructure. And as Mr. Nael said, we have the skilled, talented human capital. In addition to that, it's covered by a very, very stable country, either we are talking politically or security-wise. Now, if you look at Jordan, it has the strategic location that connects all the continents all together. You can reach any country within 4 to 5 hours max, which is easy to access. Again, we have the laws and policies that ensure to have a very dynamic and successful climate, business and environment climate. Also, Jordan has focused on reforming its investment and business policies, and therefore it became more friendly, easy to access and doing business. As mentioned in the video, we have a diverse number of development zones across Jordan, all the way from Erbil down to Ma'an. And these development zones are covering industry, IT, tourism, and much more. In addition, Jordan signed several free trade agreements that I will show you later will open a market of more than 1 billion customers. So when we are targeting investors, we are not only showing them what we have in the domestic market, but also encouraging them to have Jordan as a hub for their regional and international markets. Along that, we have an importance in enhancing and doing business and the ecosystem in general. If we go to the international reports, you can see that Jordan had made a big jump last year, moving from the rank of 104 to 75, 29 ranks. And all of that was done because all of the reforms that has been done of doing business and so forth. So that shows you that Jordan is on the right track to modernize its economy and provide a very friendly investment environment. As an investor, you have several incentives that you can enjoy. Ownership, 100%. Also, we have a new program owning citizenship through investment. In addition to that, it's very easy to generate revenue and transfer revenue and profits. Along others, actually, that the investment law offers investors in major sectors, even if you are talking about industry in general, agriculture, health, tourism, ICT. If we look at the agreements that Jordan has, we have several, as I said, several trade agreements. We have one with Europe, we have one with the US, Singapore, and Canada. And as you can see from the map, the location of Jordan is the gateway for you, actually, to these markets. In addition, we have the GAFTA, the Greater Arab Free Trade Agreement, that you can access all these countries custom-free. And that will be additional value for your investment in Jordan. I'll skip that. Let me talk about 2020. All the pandemic restrictions that we have, the closures and so forth, but Jordan had a different thing to offer. In 2020, Jordan was able, under our law, the investment law, to increase investments in different sectors 26.4% compared to 2019. And that shows that even in a very bad situation like the pandemic, Jordan was able, through all its organizations, to be a destination for investments. How the government dealt with the health issue, the policies, the instructions to make things easier, even in this situation, was an indicator that Jordan is able, even in the time of crisis, to offer additional environment opportunities. And as you can see, we were able to have 376 in new and expansion investments, value around $870 million, creating in a situation with high unemployment in Jordan expected around 24,000 in these sectors. And also recently, the Central Bank of Jordan showed that the FDIs in Jordan in 2020 increased 1.9%, while the whole world, the FDI worldwide, based on the UNCTAD report in 2020, the FDI declined 42%, from $1.5 trillion to $859 billion. But Jordan was from the few countries worldwide that the FDI increased positively. Again, this is what we can offer as investment commission. We can provide all the necessary support to the investors through our services, through our investment window. And this is what GIC goals are, and these are the services that we provide. I will not go through them for time's sake. I would like to go for something more important, starting with the trade balance. As Mr. Naal said, we don't have, even though we have great political relations, but I think the trade balance between Jordan and Belgium is still modest. I think we can increase that, although it's in favor of Belgium for the last 3 years, but we believe that Jordanian products and services also can enter the Belgian market and also use Belgium as a launching pad for the rest of Europe. So there's lots of work needs to be done on the trade relationship between the two countries. And these are the most important items from Belgium and the exported items from Jordan to Belgium. We have an agreement within the EU, and of course, Belgium is part of that. We've done the research, recent research through the FDI markets, and there are around also humble investments in Jordan, around 320 million only in industry and service sector. We believe we can increase that. And also the same report showed that Belgium in 2020 exported 159 investments worldwide. So our hope to work with our friends in Belgium that next year we will see some of these projects going out of Belgium, lands in Jordan in all these sectors. And finally, I will share with you what investment opportunities we have. We have currently around 80 projects in these sectors: industry, services, tourism, agriculture, healthcare, worth of 4.6 billion. So really we have a product to offer to Belgian investors in different sectors, in different locations of Jordan. And that covers also Aqaba, that my friend Peter will talk about, covers Karak, covers Jordan, Amman, covers the north. So really there is a diversity of investment opportunities all over Jordan. Here you can see the map of the developing zones in Jordan. Of course, developing zones enjoys additional incentives for investors. And again, it is located all over Jordan. So if you are interested in the tourism, we have the Dead Sea and Ajloon. If you are interested in the IT, we have King Hussein Park and Irbid development zone. If you are interested in industry, you have so many other zones that you can locate your investor in. Also, recently with the cooperation and coordination with the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, we have launched several investment opportunities in the mineral resources. And as you can see from this map, Jordan has a lot of mineral resources in non-metallic ores, in metallic, and in energy resources, all shale. So this map shows you how many investment opportunities for Belgium companies, especially interested in the mining industry, that Jordan can offer. I hope I was able to give you a glimpse of Jordan, a glimpse of what Jordan can offer, and also add to Her Excellency the Ambassador and Mr. Naal Kabariti. Thank you very much again for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Hartouka, for this investment map. Very clear on Jordan. We know the importance of investment that contribute for the economic growth and the relation. And as just Mr. Kabariti mentioned, they're not important to see how the trade balance between countries, but to see how much the investment is important, and the opportunities in Jordan is really very huge. And we will be more than pleased to promote this your presentation to all our participants, and to welcome you here once in Brussels when the situation will be able to welcome. Thank you again for very, very clear presentation and for promoting Jordan. Thank you. Now we will move to the south. From Amman, we are going to the very important area in Jordan, Aqaba zone, and as you know, there is the Aqaba Special Economic Zone Authority. It's very important. And now we apologize, Mr. Sharhab al-Madi will not be able to be with us, and we are pleased and honored to welcome Mr. Peter Marji. He is Director of Investment. And please, Mr. Marji, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Hajazin. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for the fruitful information. Even although I'm Jordanian, I find it very, very useful for me, actually. Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And I do apologize on behalf of Mr. Shahabil. He would love to be here with us, but he was summoned urgently for another meeting. So I will try my best to fill in for him. Sorry for, we were informed by His Excellency, Mr. Smith, that the weather today is spectacular in Brussels. So we apologize for keeping you indoor for that. As Mr. Qaisar mentioned, I'll be talking about the Aqaba Special Economic Zone, the opportunity we offer here, and how we can cooperate with Belgian investors in order to utilize the opportunities that we offer here. I'll just give me a second. I'm sharing my presentation. Sorry. I don't know what's the problem. I can't find the presentation. Sorry.
We have it. If you don't mind, we can.
Yeah, no, there is it. Sorry for that.
Okay.
My apologies. Yes, again, my name is Peter Marji. I'm the Director of Investment Promotion for the Aqaba Special Economic Zone Authority. I'll be giving you brief information about the Aqaba Special Economic Zone, how we started, why we started, and where we stand now, and where we need to go in cooperation definitely with Belgium investors for mutual benefits of our both countries. Aqaba was established actually in the beginning in 2001 as a royal vision for His Majesty, and that was some kind of major driven force for us, His Majesty's vision. The vision was built on three major pillars for the zone, the Aqaba Special Economic Zone, to be an international tourism destination, taking into consideration the significant product and the significant experience that we provide all along with the Golden Triangle, which is Aqaba, Petra, and Wadi Rum. Where Aqaba, you have the whole city with a population, with a community, with a sunny 360 days of sun all over the year, with local community that you can interact and feel the experience. In addition to Wadi Rum, which is a significant archaeological places been announced by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage Site, and Petra, which is the magnificent, represent truly the magnificent of mankind with the deep history that it presents. So all in all, provide a very unique tourism product that we're trying to promote and utilize and attract as much as tourists as we can. The other pillar, major pillar, is to be as a gateway for investment and trade. As I start from the beginning, Aqaba has a significance for Jordan, for its location, for its unique elements that it possesses, which is the only coastline of Jordan. Aqaba encompasses the only 27 coastline shoreline of Jordan. And we're trying to efficiently utilize these limited resources the best that we can. We're working on attracting foreign direct investment from different areas. We succeeded for the past 20 years to attract over 23 billion as a committed investment so far in various sectors, from real estate, tourism, industries, services, commercial, agriculture, you name it. The most important pillar, actually, for me personally and for ACISA, is a model for sustainable development. We made sure from the very beginning for the zone is to work for the economic development, to work in parallel with the social development, along with the environment development as well. So we are very, very sustained, and we made sure that ACISA essence, the core life, the sea life, is untouched or unharmed in any way matters. Also, the sustainable development consists of our local community, our people. We invest in the people in order also to go in parallel with the economic development, and they be ready to witness or to work with all the development that's taking place here in Aqaba. So we are, for the past 20 years, we truly a role model for sustainable development. Aqaba as a special economic, Aqaba as a city is an ancient city. It goes back to more than 5,000 years BC. So you'll find evidence for that. As a special economic zone was launched in 2001 with a special dedicated law that govern and manage all aspects of economic activities within the zone. At that time, population was only 71,000 in total. However, today we reached almost 210,000 as a population over 20 years. And the nice thing is almost 70% of these 210,000 consists of youth that could be utilized in all sectors, in all aspects. And that is also what we're working here continuously in Aqaba. Aqaba as a city is 375 square kilometers of land in total, consists encompassing, as I said, only 27 kilometers of Jordan coastline. And over the years, we managed to utilize it very efficiently. We located we located 12 ports with 38 specialized berths that serving Jordan and some of the region as well. For the past year, we witnessed significant achievement in terms of social economic impact, and contribution to the kingdom development in general. And this has been approved. Our locations is very strategic as also for investment and tourism. We're located in the middle of 3 continents and 4 countries. We have a land border with Saudi Arabia, land border with Israel, and the sea border with Egypt. So it's very well connected and will very well located. How we managed to achieve this achievement, how we managed to operate for the past 20 years efficiently and smartly. ASIZA is a completely decentralized governmental model. We are financially and administratively autonomous from the government of Jordan. We were established based on a special dedicated law that give us the flexibility to deal with investment, to deal with investors, to have our own rules and regulations that facilitate and ease doing business in Aqaba. Our law is stable because, as I said, ASIZA was launched based on a special law, and it's not easy at all to change the law. So we have a very stable laws and regulations environment here in Aqaba. Plus, on top of that, our governorate model allowed us to implement some of the most successful PPP, public-private partnerships in Jordan. We encourage, actually, we can customize, we can go into partnership with the private sector in any form we see fit and beneficial for sure. So our contractual framework allows us to do that easily compared to the other special economic zone. We provide also a very competitive tax incentives. I'll go through it in details later on, that considered very cost effective for any business. Our procedures here is very, very streamlined and efficient. It's been taken in consideration to make it as easy as possible. And that was the essence of establishing a decentralized government model in order to ease doing business, in order to have a streamlined procedures for everything, not just businesses. So we provide all that in-house. As His Excellency Mr. Hartouka mentions about our free trade agreement, yes, we as the rest of Jordan benefit from the free trade agreement that's signed with the government of Jordan. However, what's make Aqaba more unique is the proximity to the port. The proximity to the port, which could eliminate a huge chunk of the cost for manufacturing and utilizing the FTA along together. And now we are working on actually attracting a lot of manufacturing to utilize the FTA and the port and benefit from these incentives. Our business climate, as I said, we provide currently almost 83 electronic services, and it's increasing. Like every day in a day, we provide a new e-services. We have a one-stop shop, a literal one-stop shop, which means like a physical and a constructual one-stop shop. Investors with ASISA, they don't have to go through any other governmental institution. Everything you need from permit registration, company registration, visa, everything, it gets done here in our one-stop shop, the physical one-stop shop. So the procedure is simple, flexible, and it goes, for example, only 2 working days for renewing license and up to 5 working days for registration in a new company. We provide also electronic payment, and most importantly, we have a dedicated team just for aftercare services for investment in order to maintain and sustain the investment that we have here and work on trying to increase it. Our investments, financial investment scheme consists of, we offer only 5% taxes on net profit, and this is any corporations here registered in the zone subject to pay only 5%. However, if it's the goods stored for transit or transshipment purposes, the 5% will be exempted. We don't have any restrictions on foreign equity. Any nationality can have invest freely here in the zone, and there's no difference between Jordanian or foreign investment. We have a 0 customs duty for customs for products or goods distributed in the zone. We offer also a 40% discount on handling on transit goods on board port handling, and 50% discount on container exports for all goods manufactured or stored in ASISA in the zone here. Plus, we don't have any foreign currency restrictions, and we have full repatriations of profits and capital as well. So these incentives, along with the port proximity, along with the availability of labor for us, provide a very efficient and cost-effective business proposition. Aqaba is very, very well connected also to the region, taking consideration as a tourist destination or as an investment hub. We currently have the King Hussein International Airport, which is operated here in Aqaba with a capacity of 2 million passengers a year. And it's operated under an open sky policy, which means that they can handle any kind of aircraft, charters or cargo aircraft or passenger. We have a cargo terminal managed by a Kuwaiti international Kuwaiti company. We have a fully implemented multimodal transportation hub that serves both tourism and investment as well. I'll go through some of the later on. Soon we'll be launching, we're working now into launching a Fly Aqaba, and a dedicated airline for just for Aqaba operated by us to serve Aqaba with the selected destinations. And we hope maybe Brussels will be one of these destinations in the future. We have a cruise ship terminal also operate. ASISA receives a good amount of cruise ships here, or we used to. And we'll start receiving soon also cruise ships when it's commenced. And there is a railway project is undergoing to connect Aqaba with the rest of Jordan for passengers and cargo, but this is still primary. In terms of superstructures, I would like to call it, currently we have in Aqaba 2 industrial estates. Each one is around 1.5 million square meters of land that provide developed land, standard factory building, ready build-up buildings for businesses on investment to initiate their investment immediately, and they provide a world-class services also for this investment. We have 6 world-class logistic facilities serving our logistic supply chain here in Aqaba along the way, from logistic centers, storage warehouses, truck marshalling yards, you name it, in order to facilitate and ease the movement of cargo in and out of the zone. In this context, with all what we mentioned, Aqaba being a really duty-free multi-sector development zone and with a world-class infrastructure that we offer, we can offer a significant investment opportunity that could be implemented or work together in any form fit with the Belgian investors. We have several investment opportunity in tourism, transportation and logistics, industry, energy, health sector services. So we welcome any kind of proposition, also any kind of interest. We do have some ready investment opportunity that we can discuss with partners, that we can see how we could implement a PPP form between us and Belgian investors And we do have the authority to do that. So we welcome any kind of interest, any kind of idea to work with. And believe me, it will be useful and beneficial for both sides. Thank you. I tried to be as quick as possible and not taking too long. There is a lot to talk about Aqaba. I hope any of you could have the chance to visit us. It's truly a unique experience, tourism and investment. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Marji, for this presentation. We can see your mission is important, your vision also, not only the mission. Yes. Your vision also is very important. I would like to mention also that His Excellency Mr. Kabariti, he is the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce of Aqaba also, not only the Federation of Jordanian Chamber of Commerce, but also Aqaba Chamber of Commerce.
He's actually one of the pillars of Aqaba. Yani I'd love to say that.
And the importance of the development of the zone of Aqaba for the national economy also and the prosperity of Jordan, they are playing very important role. Thank you, Mr. Marji, for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
And now, as you mentioned, we will move to the third part of our seminar today. We will have the official presentation, we have the practical presentation, and now we will move to the third part. It's so important. The third part is the testimonial. That means we have to see how the success stories between Belgium and Jordan, between Jordan and Belgium. It's very important, this part. And then we move to that. We have some questions, if you allow me. Thank you again. And now we can move to the first testimonial. Our speaker, Mr. Danny Marji, is General Manager of Izzat Marji Group. Please, Mr. Marji, the floor is now. Mr. Cardinal will be later on. Yes, please.
Okay, I would like to salute Your Excellencies. I would like also to salute my colleagues in the Jordanian, Belgium, and Friendship Association. They are here also. Some of our colleagues are with us now. I would like also to salute my colleagues who have made the presentations before. We have also in this webinar, we have some of our manufacturers partners. They are here because they would like also, they are very interested to hear about our success story in Izzat Marji Group and in Bell Pipes, our two Jordanian and Belgian partnership companies in Jordan and Belgium. I will if you allow me to share the presentation. Is it clear for you? Okay. Kindly allow to explain more about our companies in Jordan and in Belgium. First, I saw Belgium as an opportunity. It was a big opportunity. It is in the middle of Europe, and it has so many advantages in the matter of products, especially in the heating sector. This is I represent Izzat Marji Group in Belgium. I'm the general manager of Bell Pipes company. Our mission and vision to provide the Jordanian and the Middle East and the GCC country markets with up-to-date, quality-oriented in the HVAC and the lighting solutions. Our vision is to be the first destination in the becoming 5 years in such industries, in the HVAC business and in the lighting solutions. HVAC, we mean by it, it's for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. How did we get there? It was in our passion in providing the best engineering solutions for residential, for commercial buildings. It had led us to search for the top-notch European brands who are specialized in the HVAC solutions as well as mechanical solutions. Our partners in the heating element in particular are the manufacturers of boilers, solar thermal systems, radiators, pipes, and the control systems. As for lighting, we looked for to provide a very high quality indoor and outdoor and facade and landscape lighting. We were very grateful, and still we are grateful for the people who supported us as Izzat Marji and Bell Pipes in Jordan and Belgium, especially the Belgium ambassador, the previous Belgium ambassador, and also the now Belgium embassy and Belgium ambassador. I was also supported in our companies in the Jordan-Belgium Business and Friendship Association. Also our partners in Belgium and in France, the Dietrich for boilers and Hinco for pipes and manifolds. These are some pictures of our partners in the Jordanian Belgium and Friendship Association, along with our colleagues in the manufacturing companies that we deal with. I will talk very little, especially that we have limited time in our presentation. Our goal is to provide the Jordanian market and and Palestine and in the GCC countries with premium brands that can serve the needs of such needs in those areas. So we are now dealing with the Dietrich. It's a French boilers and solar thermal items, and also my favorite Hinco. It's the sandwich pipe that is providing well established and well engineered equipment that goes for a long time value. We started from last year, a couple of years ago, with Delta Light. It's a new solution, lighting solution that is provided by one of our companies in Izzat Marji Group in Jordan and in the region. We are offering a trendsetter brand, and it comes into the lighting by residential, and also it has a large product range, experience, knowledge, and engineering in that area. Our expansion plan, definitely any successful business needs forward thinking, and it needs to ensure that such growth is measurable. So our expansion plan is from Belgium to reach Jordan, and then to expand in the GCC countries, areas, and Palestine. For that, to reach to our goal, we worked before the pandemic into the indoor seminars, and we will continue now after this crisis is over. We are in continuous in contact with the engineers, with the consultants agencies, with the stakeholders, into giving them the refreshment information about the products and what Europe is offering. Also, we organized so many factory visits to Belgium, to Hinco, to Dietrich, even also to Belgium, to another area for Delta Light factory. And this increased the awareness of having very good products and to install in the projects in our areas. Nearly every project in Jordan, we have a hand as Izzat Marji combined with Bell Pipes Power in Europe. Most of all the projects in Jordan, we have a hand into participating in some of areas. Sometimes we sell air conditioning, sometimes we sell heating, sometimes we sell sanitary, and most of them are from Belgium and from Europe. So our success story is based from the high collaboration between us and the manufacturing power in Belgium and Europe. And we welcome any new opportunity from Europe and especially Belgium to have a partnership or any kind of agreement, because Jordan is becoming a very powerful country, and it has lots of opportunities to be ahead. I would like to thank you once again. I would like to thank our colleagues, Mr. Qaisar, and all the ABLCC for their support and for choosing us to speak about our success story, especially with Belgium. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marji, for this presentation and for this success story. We are more than happy to see more and more Belgian companies working with Jordan and more Jordanian working with Belgium. And as you just mentioned, Delta Light is one of our members, but unfortunately the other are not member of our chambers. We hope to welcome them and welcome you to be member of our Chamber of Commerce. It will be for the benefit win-win situation for both of us. Thank you again, and congratulations for your success story in the private level also. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be pleased to welcome you in our office in Brussels, in the upcoming time when you are.
Surely at the end of this month, I will visit you, of course.
أهلا وسهلا. Last but not least, we have the success story from Jordan. Now we would listen to our last speaker. Is not. I don't know if nobody knows Tractable Engineering, one of the leading companies in Belgium, in Europe also. And Mr. Cardinal, I think he is also a friend of Jordan, not only friend of our Chamber of Commerce, he also friend of Jordan. We have the occasion to visit Jordan together many times, and now he will present the success stories of Tractable in Jordan. Please, Mr. Thierry, the floor is yours.
Can you hear me? Thank you very much, Mr. Izazin, for this nice introduction. So I hope you can hear me. It's okay. So good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So good morning, Your Excellencies, dear participants. It's really a great honor for me to address such an audience at this webinar promoting collaboration between Jordan and Belgium. Let me first begin by extending my warmest congratulations to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for its centenary, celebrating 100 years of defending the rights to freedom and peace for all people, and known for its legendary hospitality appreciated from all of us. It is therefore for me a real pleasure to share with you a successful collaboration between Tractable, so a company with strong Belgium roots, and Jordan for more now than 15 years. So allow me first to refer to Tractable for a minute as a global engineering consultancy company with the headquarters in Brussels. We can look back to more than 125 years of expertise in the energy, urban, nuclear, and water sector. In the sector of energy, our area of expertise covers renewable energy, so wind farms, solar plants, biomass, geothermal plants, but also gas-fired power plants, power transmission distribution, and natural gas installation. So our service covers the whole life cycle of our customer project, including the development and the design, through construction and commissioning of the installation, up to the operational support and rehabilitation and decommissioning of this installation. And today, at Tractable, we employ around 4,400 highly qualified experts, mainly engineers. Let me share now with some of our flagship projects in Jordan. Our successful story in Jordan started with several projects performed in the gas sector. So it was back in 2005 that the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, together with the Housing Bank for Trade and Finance, appointed Tractable as a technical advisor for the implementation of the Jordan Gas Transmission Pipeline project. As you probably know, this gas pipeline has been built to transport natural gas coming from Egypt, initially between Aqaba and the thermal power plants of Rehab and Samra. And in 2006, we have been also tasked for the implementation of this pipeline up to the Syrian border. The next slide, yes, is in 2012, again, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources appointed us as the technical advisor for the development of a very important LNG import terminal in the city of Aqaba, in the port of Aqaba. And this terminal has been put in service in 2015. So as you can see on this slide, we have been involved in many other projects in Jordan since then. So we performed, for example, a siting study for a nuclear power plant for the Jordan Atomic Energy Commission. Also, we were involved in a feasibility study sponsored by the World Bank for the very important project to connect the Red Sea and the Dead Sea. And we performed several owners engineering assignment mission for the development of solar and wind project for supporting private investors. So with this example, I wanted to illustrate to you the huge potential of setting up sustainable business relation with Jordan. And to conclude my presentation, I would like to share with you my personal experience in doing business in Jordan. First of all, with regard to behavior, relationship and trust are very important. Jordanians like to do business with people they know. So, and when trust is gained, everything becomes more easier and business relations are reliable. But you will need also to be flexible, meaning open-minded and fast, reactive. And I would also recommend that you start meeting with lower ranking members of a company to gain the trust, and then meeting senior members that always take the final decision. With regard to business, we have really to differentiate public and private clients. Public clients are more, let's say, administrative driven, and you have to be prepared for long decision process. While with private clients, they are more business oriented, and you will face, for example, a simplified tendering process. Of course, to do business in Jordan, you will need to be local and identify a strong local partner that will provide you proximity with the clients, but also allow you to be more competitive, because we are facing more and more regional and local competition now today than we used to have 15 years ago when we started our operation in Jordan. We also ready for some administrative constraints. So, for example, as Tractable, we needed to register within the Jordan Engineering Association. We need also to register a branch with the Jordan Bar Association. So you have some administrative tasks to perform. And Jordan being a relative small market, I'm talking about the energy market, your reputation on the market is very important. So you have to know everybody knows everybody. And finally, you really need to be open for capacity building and transfer of knowledge by paying regular visit in the country, but also organizing dedicated workshop, for example, or collaborating in integrated project team with your clients in Jordan. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that you will be as fortunate as us to have reliable and loyal customer in Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cardinal, for your personal experience, not only the experience of Tractable, for your added value, your personal added value, and your impression of Jordan. As you know, the public administrative bureaucracy is everywhere, not only in Jordan, I think. It's everywhere, but I think Mr. Hartouga can assure you that the new generation of administrative in Aqaba, also in Jordan, it will be easier and easier to attract, more attractive, more ambitious. So thank you for your personal, and hope to see Tractable again with a lot of projects in Jordan in the area also. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you to all of you.
Allow me, we have maybe 2 or 3 questions. Maybe one of them for Mr. Hartouga. The first one is regarding the registration of pharmaceutical products in the Jordan Food Drugs Authority. It can be easier, how can facilitate, because the company is seeing it's very, very important, the importance of the sector in Jordan, and inviting everybody to be there to participate at this sector, and how it will be easier for the registration of in Jordan Food and Drugs Agency.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, and thank you again for all the speakers. You know, GFDA has its rules and regulations when it comes to pharmaceuticals, products, and so forth. What I can say right now is if this company has any issues pending or would like to do, if they are already in Jordan or if they want to come to Jordan, we are more than happy to work with them and with JFDA to make the things easier and try to support them and help them. So if they are in Jordan, please let them contact us, and we will follow up with them with the JFDA. But if they want to be new to Jordan, also let them contact us, and we can coordinate and between them and JFDA. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hatuka. We have another question, maybe, I don't know, for His Excellency, Madam Ambassador, or for you, Mr. Hatuka, from Mr. Edji. Considering the situation surrounding them, the bad situation surrounding Jordan today, how that is affect the Jordan economy?
Your Excellency would like to start, or you would not?
Open the micro, please. Your Excellency. ساعة السفير افتح الميكرو لو سمحت. افتح الميكرو لو سمحت.
Thank you very much. No, Mr.
Please, Mr. Hatuka, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. You know, Jordan, unfortunately, is in the eye of the storm in the region. But as I mentioned in my presentation, the political and security stability of Jordan offers also stable investment environment. We cannot deny the effects of the surrounding situation around Jordan, but at the same time, from the figures and numbers I showed and I shared in my presentation, clearly shows that even with the situation or geopolitical situation around Jordan and with the economic challenges that Jordan is facing because of the geopolitical situation in Jordan, we were able to deliver. We were able to increase our numbers. Yes, there are some challenges like with Syria for the export to Syria or through Syria to Europe. Some challenges where with Iraq now we are able to ease in that a little bit. But at the end of the day, do not mix that what's happening around Jordan is affecting Jordan directly. On the contrary, lots of companies and investments came from these countries to Jordan, and international companies are expanding in Jordan to serve the regional markets. So therefore, I would urge you not to be worried that much. As long as you have strong investment, you have a clear study of what you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve it, the enabling ecosystem, either through GIC or other agencies and partners, will assure you a successful investment in Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you. One question more. I don't know who can answer. Many thanks for all the presentation. Allow me to ask about the current inbound and outbound flights and current regulation from and to Jordan flights, regarding the COVID pandemic.
I think Peter can talk about Petra, but this is a general question about the flight situation in Jordan. Is that a question?
No.
Yeah, they would like to know if there's flight
Yes,
traffic coming in and out of Jordan. Is that the question, Mr. Qaisar?
is about what about the quarantine now? If when we arrive to Jordan, if we have to go to quarantine, or we can fly freely, or what's the restriction of flights? That's the question. The restriction of flights.
Sure. Yesterday there was a decision by the government that certain countries don't need to do a PCR test when arriving to Jordan. So they will approve the PCR test that was done before departure. And there's also continuous update on the flight constraints, if there is any or not. So actually, Jordanian government did ease lots of procedures when it comes to testing and other requirements. So depending if you are coming from Belgium, I don't memorize exactly what is the process, but all of that is available on the website. And I think, I don't know if the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has such information on their website, but I believe we can provide the exact information of if you are traveling from Belgium, what are the requirements.
Thank you. As far as I know, I think start yesterday, all EU passengers can fly to Jordan with double vaccination certificate and with PCR test. And they have not to do the PCR test in Jordan. They are arriving. That's since yesterday. That's a new regulation. Start yesterday. It's open for around 20 countries and more than EU countries. All EU countries can travel to Jordan freely if you have double vaccine. Start yesterday, as far as I know. I think all questions that we have only message for our friend, for Mr. Cardinal, is coming from Mr. Patrick Wilmar. Thank you very much for Mr. Cardinal, for Mr. Patrick Wilmar. It's really a personal message for you.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you.
Yes. I don't know, Your Excellency, you want to add something, Your Excellency, Madame l'Ambassadeur? The micro. Yeah. The micro, no. The micro is closed.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. No, nothing to add, just to say thank you for all the efforts that went into organizing this event. Thank you for all the participants that had participated in this event, and looking forward to working with all of you here, as well as whoever is interested at the Belgian level also. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and for more strengthened relations between Jordan and Belgium and the business community here and back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, I would like, allow me to first to thank my colleague Sonia. She is the agent of this event. I know I'm working from outside, but we have to thank all the people who organized this event perfectly. Your Excellency, Mr. Minister, he is not joining us. Mr. Kabariti, Mr. Hartuka, Mr. Marji, Mr. Cardinal, Mr. Marji, thanks a lot for your participation and for your input. And I am pleased and honored to welcome all of you and to make this first event with the Excellency, Madame l'Ambassador. I know you have a full program for the upcoming time, for coming years, and we will be pleased and honored to work jointly with your embassy, as we are working with all our other Arab embassies. Thanks again, and we hope to see more and more business in Jordan, and we will be pleased and delighted to welcome His Excellency, Mr. Minister, in Jordan in November. Thanks to all participants, thanks to our sponsors, and thank you again, and enjoy. مع السلامة وشكرا جزيلا لمشاركتكم. Mr. Kabariti, شكرا جزيلا، وإن شاء الله نشوفك على خير قريبا إن شاء الله. Thank you. مع السلامة.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Shukran. Bye bye.
Thank you. Se laisse partir. Il n'est pas parti.